Good morning, children. Today we will start a new chapter, chapter number 4, linear inequations in one variable. So, before we go into this chapter, we have to understand that what are inequations, and also we should know what is the difference between equations and inequations. Like I'm giving you one example: 2x plus 8 equals to 18. Now if you solve this equation, 2x equals to 18 minus 8, 2x equals to 10, x equals to 10 upon 2, and it's coming 5. Now we are getting only one answer because it is an equation. And why it is a linear equation? Because degree of x is 1. So when degree of variables are 1, we say it is a linear expression. And there is a equality sign, so it is a linear equation. Now if I take the same example in inequality, 2x plus 8 less than 18. So same way we have to solve. 2x is less than 18 minus 8. 2x less than 10, and x is 10 upon 2, or you can say x is less than 5. And now suppose if I tell you that x is a natural number in both the equations, here also and here also, x is a natural number. So here we have got the answer, x is equals to 5, and that is the only answer we have got. But here we are getting x is less than 5. So less than 5 means all those natural numbers which are coming less than 5 we have to write. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, because natural number starts from 1. So this is the solution set of this inequation. So remember students, in equations we may get more than one answers, we may get only one answer, and sometime it happens we don't get any answer. But in case of linear equalities, we get only one answer always. So this is the main difference between linear equations and linear inequations. This part we have studied in the junior classes. Now this part we will study in class 10th. Now before we start exercise 4a, we have to summarize most common sets used in mathematics. Like natural number, you should know natural number starts from 1. Starting from 1. Whole number starts from 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Integers have positive also, negative also, including 0. You all know what is fractions, P upon Q format. Now these three we don't have to go into them. Which is more important for this chapter is real numbers. So real numbers can be any number what you can think. Any number. Maybe a fraction, maybe in decimal, maybe a whole number or a natural number. All these natural number, whole number and integers, they all are included in this set, real numbers. And in these first three sets, we do not have any number which is in fraction or which is in decimal. After 2, straightforward 3 will come. After 3, straightforward 4 will come. And then after 4, straightforward 5 will come. So we do not have 2.1, 3.2, 3.9, 4.8. These all things we do not have in these first three sets. But we have everything in the set of real numbers. Any number if you think, that will come in real numbers. Let us start exercise 4, question number 1. On a bargain counter, the shopkeeper puts labels on various goods showing their prices, rupees capital P, where P belongs to a set of real numbers. So first of all, you have to assume elements of P as X. First part, more than rupees 7.5. So it means X should be greater than 7.50. Now B part, less than rupees 10. So X should be less than 10. C part, not more than 22 rupees. Not more than 22 rupees means we can take 22 also. It means either 22 or less than 22. So understand this, not more than means less than equals to 22. So you should write X should be less than equals to 22. Less than 11, that is easy. X is less than 11. Now question number 2, 3 and 4 are very easy. You can solve those questions yourself. Let's move to question number 5. What has been asked in question number 5? If the replacement set is, this is your replacement set, as you have to choose your answer from the same set only. You are not allowed to use any other number except this set. That is why it is called replacement set. What is the solution set of the following mathematical sentences? So there are some sentences given here, or you can say inequations or equations. Like suppose if I solve first part, x plus 4 upon 3 equals to 7 upon 3. So x equals to 7 upon 3 minus 4 upon 3, or you can write 3 upon 3, or x equals to 1. Now because it is an equation, so we have only one answer. So solution set will contain only one member, that is 1. Now if I take part C, x minus 6 more than 10 minus 6, or you can say x minus 6 more than 4, or you can say x is greater than 4 plus 6, or x is greater than 10. But in this set we do not have any number which is more than 10. So it means such type of questions do not have any solution, or you can say an empty set. An empty set is denoted by phi. Now in question number 6 and 7 we have to do same. Let us come to question number 8. Statement: the sum of the length of any two sides of triangle is always greater than the length of its third side. So this theorem we must have studied in class 9. And the sides of the triangles, they have given x, x plus 1, x plus 2 be the length of the three sides of a triangle. Write down the three inequations in x, each of which represent the given statement. Now what is the given statement? That sum of any two sides of a triangle is always greater than the length of the third side. Now you can take any two sides. Let's suppose I am taking first two sides x and add it with the second side, and the sum of these two is always greater than the third side. So you can write 2x plus 1 is greater than x plus 2, or you bring x this side, it will be 2x minus x and 2 minus 1, or you can write x is greater than 1. So this is one part. Now you can select other two sides, x plus 1, just add them and the sum of them will be more than x. So it will be 2x plus 3 is more than x, 2x minus x more than minus 3, and x is more than minus 3. So this is another option. we have one more option. If we take the first side and the last side, their sum will be more than x plus 1. So that also can be done. You can do it yourself. Now I want to give you one question from my side. Solve the following equation and represent the solution set on the number line. This is an inequality which is given to us, and these are the 4 parts, and we will notice that in all these 4 parts our answer will be different. So if you understand this question well, then you will not face any problem in this whole chapter, as similar type of questions we get in board exams. Now whenever we have 2 inequalities in one question, so we have to separate them. 2x minus 5 less than equals to 5x plus 4. Make a partition. 5x plus 4 is less than 11. Now middle expression is written with the first expression and the last expression. Now solve them. Take 2x to the other side. Minus 5 minus 4 is less than equals to 5x minus 2x minus 9 is less than equals to 3x. Now see the alligator sign. The alligator sign is open towards 3x. So we can write like this also, is one in the same thing. Or what we can do, we can write x is more than equals to minus 3. Now see what is happening on other side. 5x less than 11 minus 4, or 5x less than 7, or x is less than 7 by 5. Now if you calculate 7 by 5, it is coming 1.4. Now solve all the parts one by one. X belongs to natural number, because x is more than equals to minus 3 and less than 1.4. So you have to see what are the numbers coming between minus 3 and 1.4 which belongs to natural number. And natural number, you know, natural numbers, they starts from 1. Moreover, they do not have any number in fraction. So if you try to locate this on number line, so minus 3 is here, and then you know minus 2 is here, and then minus 1 is here, and 0, and then it is 1, and then it is 2, and then it is 3, and it will go till infinity, and this side minus infinity. Now where is minus 3? This is minus 3. And where is 1.4? 1.4 is somewhere here. It is 1.4. Okay. So what are the natural number coming between this and this number? I think 1 is the only natural number which is coming between minus 3 and 1.4. So the solution set will contain only one member, that is 1. Now if I solved second part. The second part, x belongs to whole number, and we know whole number starts from 0. So now see between minus 3 and 1.4, what are the whole numbers coming? So the solution set will contain just two members, 0 and 1. Now come to third part of the question. Third part is x belongs to integers, and you know integers contain negative also. So what should be the solution set? Minus 3 will come, minus 2 will come, minus 1 will come, 0 and 1 also will come. Why minus 3 is coming? Because you can see here we have equality sign also. See carefully. We have equality sign means minus 3 is included in the set. Now come to fourth part. X belongs to real number. Real number takes all the values between any two numbers. I mean, they contain all the type of numbers, fraction or decimal or whatever it is. So in this case, you cannot write real numbers in set in this curly bracket. That will be quite wrong. So how we will represent real numbers? The final answer will be x is more than equals to minus 3 and less than 1.4. What you have to write for real numbers. Okay. Moreover, if they are asking represent the solution on the number line, you have to shade this area till here, and remember minus 3 is included, so this circle should be filled, and 1.4 is not included. You can see there is no equality sign here. So you will make one circle and keep it empty. When some number is included in the set, you will make a circle over there and you will fill it. And if some number is not included in the set, you will make a circle and leave it empty. So this is all about today's class, and I request everyone to keep practicing whatever chapters we are finishing. Since this chapter is very small, so in my next video we'll be able to complete this chapter. Whatever questions are left in the exercise, we'll try to solve them. Till then, take care. Goodbye.